Peter Handscomb, that must be incredibly difficult to take. Obviously, there were a couple of big turnarounds earlier this summer against Somerset, a couple of bad batting collapses in those games. This one, Middlesex will be pretty happy the way the first 3 days of the game went.
Yeah, I mean, to set in 380 essentially, to chase down in 4 sessions, we get the crack of two new balls to create 10 chances. We thought we're in a pretty good position, but looking back, just over 200 runs in that third innings. We really could have put the game to bed there. We score another 50 or 60, get it over 400 for the chase. They play differently, and it becomes just that little bit harder. So yeah, it's obviously pretty tough to take. It's a pretty hard one. I know the boys are hurt, and we're all hurting. We've put ourselves in really good positions this season to win games, and just haven't fallen across the line. So yeah, it is a bit disappointing.
From the first game of the season, the coach and the players, they've talked about that third innings. Was this in the same bracket, that 50 or 60 light, as you said? Do you put it in the same bracket as the third innings troubles that they've had?
No, I wouldn't put it in that same bracket. I think we went out with good intent to try and put the game to bed, and probably just didn't quite nail it on the head. So yeah, it's not as bad as what it has been, and so it's an improvement. But we've been, as a batting group, been crying out for a wicket that's not doing a lot, and we got our chance this game, and there's a few of us that got starts that as experienced batters we really should be going on with them and making big hundreds.
What about today? Obviously that first morning there was, both sides would have batted first, hoping that it'd break up, be a bit of a turner on the final day. It didn't really turn out to be the case.
No, it didn't quite break up the way I thought it would, and that can happen. There were still foot marks and a little bit of turn out of there, but once the ball got soft, it was slow turn, and that doesn't come as threatening. So credit to our 2 spinners, both Lukey and Tilan there. Bowled really well as young spinners, playing what is their 3rd or 4th game for Middlesex is impressive, in the way they're going about it is really, really good. And they'll take a lot of learnings from this game, which is great to see, and hopefully they're better for it. But yeah, unfortunately that wicket didn't quite get as bad as we thought it would.
And where there were struggles with the bat this year, I guess it's chasing for the young bowlers to be this time the wrong end of it in the final innings of the match, because they've been such a highlight this year, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been really good, really, really good, the bowling group, all season so far. So they're doing great things, but it's a different challenge coming up and bowling on a wicket like that. So we do have to take learnings from that and be better next time, because there's not as big a margin for error when you are bowling, and you've got to be on your game for as long as possible.
It's a long break to the next championship game now, and a break for yourself, I guess, as well. How do you differentiate the two sides before you come back to that next championship game? Because obviously there'll be a mental aspect to this as well that both yourself and Stuart will be careful of with the players.
Yeah. I think this break for us is probably coming at a good time as well. For those boys that do play both formats, they'll be able to express some freedom and show their talents on the T20 circuit, and hopefully that can get some freedom coming into the championship as well. And for those of us just playing the red ball, we can go away, free our mind a little bit, get away from the game, and then come back better and stronger and fresher for it.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Pete.
Beauty.